And good morning. It's 7:04 on this Monday, August 12th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Well, hello, everybody. I can't believe it. The on-the-air light that we had for so long is working again. And, well, thank you. Thank you, Gary Brown. And that's great. Well, good Monday morning to you. We're on the air for Absolute Kubota, and T.R. Kirby is with us today. T.R., you haven't been here for a week or two, but there was a little lamp that sat on the desk over there that had a red light on it, and I looked over there, and it wasn't there. I look up there, and the on-the-air light is red again. So anyway.
Surprised me as well.
Well, how you been?
I've been good. How about yourself?
Yeah, doing fine. Doing fine. I didn't have a good weekend sports-wise, but some of the rest of us didn't. We won't talk about that this morning.
Yes, sir.
We got to talk about those Kubota tractors, hay equipment, zero-turn mowers, and RTVs, right?
Yes, sir. And the cooler weather coming in, a good time for aerating and overseeding that yard with either a turf rescue plan or a Bermuda program.
Mm-hmm. And you can take care of all those needs at Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main.
Yes, sir.
Y'all been doing that, but you not only do you have what people need, but you have some expert advice if they don't know exactly what they're doing. They have questions, right?
Correct. Yes, sir. We have a landscape supply specialist for all those difficult questions. I can pretty much handle the generic ones about how much seed to put down or fertilizer. But if you're trying to sow specific types of turf grass, we have him there at our pleasure to help with those questions.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's sometimes it's sort of a trial and error thing, depending on where you are and maybe how far it is to the rock below the dirt. I don't know. I don't know if you get into that or not, but this is the time to do that, and you don't. Spring is not the time. It's about this time, about when fall starts.
Correct. I get educated all the time. I learn something new about it. I come from the farming world where we're trying to grow hay in a hay crop and good pasture grass, and turf grass is something new to me. I've took some classes before on that, and most of your root development is in the wintertime for the turf grass.
So that's why you planted in the fall, but you've got not only the information you need, but all the seed, the fertilizer, and wealth of information to pass along.
Correct. We have seed, fertilizer, pine straw for your landscaping needs, and erosion mat if you're installing a new yard as well.
Well, I guess the straw or something to cover that is important. But for one thing, keep the birds from eating the grass seed. Is that part of it?
Not particularly. The erosion mat is there to prevent washouts if you've got a slope,
okay,
or if you're trying to keep the grass seed there from being windblown or just washed out.
Yeah. Well, let's switch gears just a little bit. Is people cutting hay now? Fall crop?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Well, it's not fall yet, but the second or third.
Correct. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely people out there cutting hay. I've been doing it for the past about 2 weeks. The weather's been off and on, as welcome to Tennessee, but the weather is turning off cooler, and that's what's allowing us to do aerating and people to get up their final cutting of hay.
Yeah. Well, you have all kinds of hay equipment that people need. You might talk a little bit about that.
Yes, sir. Anywhere from a 5-foot, 6-foot disc mower all the way up to a 12-foot disc mower, balers and rakes to go with that to help you get that crop up, along with a Kubota power match tractor to effectively drive those pieces of equipment.
Well, there's so many people, it's a one-person operation anymore, and I think what you have is geared to that, right?
Oh, of course. In an ideal situation, everybody likes when they're putting up hay to have a tractor for each piece of equipment is ideal. Doesn't happen all the time, so Kubota really puts an emphasis on easy of hooking and unhooking. I know I can about unhook and rehook to a different piece of equipment usually in about 10 minutes. So, it doesn't matter which piece it is. It's usually a little faster than that.
Yeah, well, that's good to know too, because once upon a time it wasn't unusual to take a half a day to change the implements on a tractor from one to the other, going from one job to the other.
Correct. It wasn't, and used to be people feared doing it because they were just going to get frustrated. But Kubota has really put an emphasis on ease of use, and for that operator, anywhere from their RTVs all the way up to the tractors and hay balers.
Well, you've got great terms for anybody that wants to buy. It's almost unbelievable, the warranty and how long you are allowed to finance that.
Correct. Hay tools, just hay tools are still 0% for 60 months. You can go out 0 for 84 with 20% down. Most tractors are 0% for 48 months. So we can get you that complete package at a low monthly payment.
Got to mention RTVs real quickly here as time's about up, but they're still an important item.
Oh, yes, sir. Still, that's probably number one on the list of hard to get items is RTVs. They just cannot seem to produce enough, and they're trying everything they can. It takes a while to put a new factory online, and people don't realize that, and it's hard to ramp up production if you've just not got the space or the manpower. But they have actually added a second shift to produce even more RTVs to try to fill this gap that everybody is needing one.
All right. TR, good to see you today. Have a good week. We'll see you. I guess you'll be here for the rest of the
we will see.
All right. Okay, we'll see. All right. Well, have a good one.
You too.
TR Kirby with Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. We're 11 after the hour. And Sheriff Robert Bryan is scheduled for today. And we are very fortunate to have Captain Scott Moore sitting in for him this morning. Scott, good morning.
Good morning. It's great to be here. It's been a hot minute, but I do have a request. You can see with my height, my knees over here, if we could put blocks, raise it about an inch higher, it wouldn't take me as long to sit down.
Well, now, it's not a rumor, but we understand. I won't say more than it's probably not going to be like this too much longer. I think a change is coming. How's that?
I've always adapted everywhere I went, but it's great to be here.
Well, it is nice to have you with us this morning. Now that the election is over, I don't think it would be out of place just to mention the fact that you had a desire and ran for sheriff in Smith County. Didn't make it. You're still with Sheriff Bryan, and I guess doing the things you've been doing. I guess nothing has really changed.
That's correct. It was a win-win situation because I'm in certainly a great position here in Wilson County, but I will tell you this, during that experience, I've got all the respect in the world for elected officials and those who run for it.
Well, you have been doing, I think, the school resource officers you head that up. Oh, I mean, there's somebody else I think is actually over them, but they work under you. So you're kind of responsible. The sheriff's responsible for everything, and
that's correct.
And then you fall in line under him, and then there's some more with the school resource program. But that's something that we started a long time ago, but it has grown a lot, and we see what happens in some other places. We've seen the need for it here and the need for expansion, and I've heard nothing but good things about the school resource officers.
We started it here in Wilson County in 1995, and I know when I got placed in that division back in 2000, there were 7, and now we're up to 44. And we do take a lot of great pride in keeping the safety and security of our children and school buildings, in mind. And we work really hard, do a lot of training, have a great working relationship with the school administration and Director Luttrell and his staff. So it's I'm beginning my 21st year in the School Resource Officer Division. So it's came a long ways and seen a lot of great things.
Were we one of the first in the state to do that? Among the first, anyway.
Right, we were. Rutherford County was the first county in the state of Tennessee, and we followed. They were 93, and it started here in 95, so we were right after it. And, Sheriff Bryan takes a lot of pride in school safety, and we were the first county in the state of Tennessee to put an SRO in every single school. Back in 2013, I believe, when Sandy Hook unfortunately happened. Shortly right after that, we hired 8 additional school resource officers to place in the elementary schools because at the time we didn't have them full time in the elementary schools.
Well, it does take a little money. It takes quite a bit of money to do that, but the protection that it offers, and I think anybody would think twice with what we have. If they're going to do that, they might go somewhere else because what we have here is what I'm saying.
That's correct. Visibility is so important. When people from the outside see that patrol car in the front of the school, the presence of the SRO really eliminates a lot of threats. Now, I will say you cannot 100% prevent everything from happening, but what we can do is put ourselves in the best possible position to react if something was to happen. So building rapport with the students is very important because you have to be approachable and feel comfortable for them to come let you know information out there that does involve a threat.
Well, there's a lot of things that the SROs do, but of course, I guess what really prompted this years ago was when you have a gunman coming in and started shooting, and there's a lot of other things that you do. We've talked about the drug situation and other things, but I think number one on the list must be the protection of everybody from potential harm through somebody with a gun or knife or something like that.
It is. School shootings have happened for decades, and probably the notable one that really put SROs on the map was Coleman.
Right.
And you had Texas, and you had the one in Florida, and Sandy Hook. You had mass casualties in those incidents, and every time that a active shooter incident happens in a school, then you want to see what happened there, evaluate it. If there's something that can strengthen your respective program, then you work on it. I will say we've came a long ways since '95 when it first began, and again we adapt, and we have a great training division here at the Sheriff's Office that do a phenomenal job in making sure that we're prepared and have the resources that we need.
Captain Scott Moore is with us this morning, sitting in for Sheriff Robert Bryan. We're going to take a break right here. This is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And it's 7:18. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank Absolute Kubota. They have a fully staffed service center and parts department. Most of their minor services can be done the same day. Servicing Exmark, Kubota, Land Pride, Red Max, and Billy Goat, 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Right now, as we check it out live on 24 eastbound coming in from Rutherford County, trying to get up through Davidson County. It's pretty stop and go sometimes, or just heavy rather, on 24 as you make your way westbound past Bell Road. Some radar down parts of Wilson County this morning on the interstate, both 840 and I-40. Be careful. With a huge demand for dental assistants, Dental Staff School says they'll train you, help you get a job. Google Dental Staff School. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Gregory Dental Group in Lebanon is a family dental practice located across from Vanderbilt Wilson County Hospital. They offer cosmetic procedures, dental implant services, and now featuring new digital dentures. Premium dentures in just 2 appointments. No insurance, no problem. Call about our discount plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Gregory. In my office, you can count on compassionate staff who will truly listen to you, take the time to get to know you, and discuss your personal needs. I look forward to meeting you.
Gregory Dental Group, 444-0322, West Medora Parkway, across from Gibbs Pharmacy.
Hi, everybody. Tommy Bryan. Join me, along with Harry Stafford, Bob Bleed with Joe Gardner as we bring you Lebanon High School football. Brought to you by Bates Ford, Bakes and Hooker, K. Maynard Insurance, Lebanon Police Chief Mike Justice, Wilson County Sheriff Robert Bryan, Kenny Salas, Sports World, and Wilson Bank and Trust. The Blue Devils travel to Manchester Friday, September 16th as they take on Coffee County on WANT and WCOR.
Cumberland University football is back in action this Saturday, September 17th, as the Phoenix travel to Pikeville, Kentucky to take on the University of Pikeville. This is Christian Capozzi of the Cumberland Sports Network inviting you to join Bob Lee and myself this Saturday. Pre-game coverage begins at 1:30 leading up to a 2 o'clock kickoff, right here on WANT and WCOR. The U-Pike Bears and the Cumberland Phoenix match up this Saturday at 2 o'clock here on WANT and WCOR.
And we continue here on a Monday morning. Captain Scott Morris with us from the Wilson County Sheriff's Department. We didn't talk much about the sheriff this morning. Hopefully he's doing okay.
He's doing good. He's been a very busy man here. Well, he's always busy being the sheriff, but he recently got placed into the Tennessee Sheriff Association president position, and that comes a year after he was selected, of course, for the Sheriff of the Year in Tennessee by his peers.
Well, we haven't mentioned the fair this morning, and we'll just we talked a little bit about that with Richard Clark. He's a PIO with the Lebanon Police Department, and of course they are on the outside. The Sheriff's Department's pretty much on the inside. With all the people there, things went pretty well, didn't it?
It did. When you're talking about 750,000 people that attended during the stretch, it went very well. We really beefed it up and had a lot of feet on the ground inside. And again, given the crowd, I think within our agency we had 2 arrests during the whole entire time. And of course, you have numerous reports of missing children and stuff like that, but we were able to stay on top of that. We had help from the Citizens Academy Alumni Association, who comes out and volunteers their time and helps us with things like missing children, because when you have 120,000 people to come through in a day, and as a parent, if you look away for a split second and look down, your child may be gone. So it's it kept us busy, but it overall went phenomenal on our end as far as safety goes.
Well, that's good to hear. You are the PIO, the Public Information Officer for the Sheriff's Department, and we were talking during the break here. A lot of your time is spent with that. I mean, if there's a news story, the TV stations come with the cameras and reporters. They look for you, right? That's
correct. If you go back many years, law enforcement agencies started getting public information officers because, again, the sheriff's position and his responsibilities is overwhelming all the time. And so what I want to do is come in and take that off his shoulders. Of course, he stays highly involved with public information as far as knowing what's going on and things like that. But I want to take that off his shoulders, and that way I can talk to the media, do interviews when I can, and really get involved in our community and learn them and brand our agency through them by getting out and being interactive.
Well, I don't know whether you can be available all the time, and the sheriff obviously has got a lot of responsibilities, and if he's got to take time in a busy situation to get out here and face the cameras and tell, that distracts from what he's trying to do to fix the problem. So I think that's why they have somebody like you, who you stay very informed, but and then somebody that knows what to say and maybe what not to say, because there's times you don't give out all the information. There's times when you shouldn't. Releasing somebody's name at an improper time is not a good thing.
This is my 6th year doing it, and I've definitely learned a lot. I've really had to do a lot of training myself, and I went to a couple of conferences to receive training, but it can be difficult at times. But I always tell people at the office, especially our detectives, don't tell me anything that I can slip up and say to the media. So tell me what I can say, And then that way I'm not tempted, but I really worked hard that first year to build relationships with the media. And I would call them and let them know that I understand their job and where they're coming from. And out of respect, I want them to, understand what I do. And if I tell you I can't release something, that means I can't release it right then. But I will work with them, new information unfolds in, next couple of days and give it to them.
I like what you said there to the detectives. Don't tell me something I can't say.
That's correct.
Even though you might really want to know, it's better that you don't, so you don't spill the beans.
And I can't tell you, that was probably the best thing I've ever came up with since I've been in this position. But it definitely does not tempt you to slip up and, let it out.
Right. Well, let's talk a little bit about your Citizens Academy. You mentioned that to me during the break, something we'll talk a little bit about.
We got our 16th class beginning tomorrow night. It's at the sheriff's office, and of course we open it up twice a year to the citizens. And if you live or work in Wilson County and are 18 years or older and pass a background check and all that stuff, then you're good to go. And it's been very productive since Sheriff Bryan implemented the academy over the years. And Lieutenant James Lanier, who recently retired, had pretty much directed it up until this point. And so tomorrow, Corporal Matt Bush with our training division is going to be the new director of the Citizens Academy. And we're excited, looking forward to it. And it's a 9-week program. Every Tuesday night from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So
How long does that go?
9 weeks.
No, okay,
Yes.
all right. Starting tomorrow.
Right.
It's too late to get
That's
in
correct.
this class?
I would say, I'm not sure what the exact numbers are. We usually take up to 25. But if you're listening on the radio right now and want to have opportunity to get in, then I would get one in today, and we'll see what we can do to.
Right.
To
But
get
it
you in.
wouldn't hurt to ask.
That's correct.
But you do pretty much cut it off at 25.
That's right.
Yeah, okay. All right. What about the SCAN program? You mentioned something about SCAN to me, and I made a few notes here. I can still read them, I think.
It's just it's a great program, and coming up here in a couple weeks, October 3rd, Director Debbie Perret is going to be going to Franklin along with Sheriff Bryan, and they're going to be receiving the SAGE Award, which is comes from Age Well of Middle Tennessee. So that's a very prestigious award, and Age Well of Middle Tennessee really focuses on your life experiences will lead to a quality life when you're become a senior citizen. Mm-hmm. So it's very important not only to really help out our senior citizens, but before you get there, from from the time that you're a child all the way up through your life, it's important to experience the qualities of life and really have a big support system to have a healthy lifestyle when you're 65 or above. So again, Debbie Perret does a phenomenal job. All the volunteers do. They put a lot of time and effort into it.
Well, Debbie is just taken the ball and run with it there, and I think so many people would want to thank her for the good job that she's done, especially those that they've helped over here. And Sergeant Witherspoon played a big part in that. Is he still around with her, or?
He retired, and so he's no longer assisting her with SCAN. But it continues to be very productive, and it's one of those things where she can really be a voice for the senior citizens, and especially when you have scams that come along. A lot of people at that age don't have social media. Yeah. And so it's really important for really get that message out. She does an excellent job doing it.
Well, when you look at the calendar, and it's almost to the middle of September. We've got 3.5 months left in this year, and where has it all gone to? Has it gone that fast for you?
It seems like Air Day was February 1st, and now we're in September. So I don't know. It's I've always heard the older you get, the faster time flies, and
well, I believe it.
I do too.
Well, what you of course a lot has to do with the fiscal year, which begins July and goes through June, when we talk about money and especially that sort of thing. One other thing I might mention here, you don't have a lot to do with the jail, I don't think, but the construction's going on over there. Is things pretty much on schedule as far as you know?
As far as last time I was told it is, I mean, it's looking great. It's, the construction crew's really done a good job getting it up. And, of course, you hope that weather plays a good role in keeping it on time. And so I think overall it's going to be on schedule.
Well, once you get the exterior pretty much taken care of, it seems like it slows down, but you can work more during inclement weather on the inside, so maybe that's where we are. I don't know. Captain Scott Moore, I want to thank you for coming out this morning. We've covered a lot of territory, but you were talking in the beginning about bittersweet. No, you didn't say that. You said it was a win-win situation. And I think Wilson County has won, even though you lost being sheriff of Smith County. We've still got you and your experience. You're still our PIO and doing all the things to assist Sheriff Bryan. And you're somebody that I think the public has really gravitated to over the years, and you love sports and the basketball that you played at one time. All of that you get to talk to people about, right?
Well, that's right, and I appreciate that. It's always it's an honor again to be back on the show, and definitely an honor for Sheriff Bryan to have the trust in me to be in the position I'm in. So very blessed to be in this position for sure.
All right. Well, Captain Scott Moore, thanks for being with us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thanks, sir.
That's part one of Coleman and Company. I hope you'll keep it here for more. FM 98.9.
And it's now 7:31. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Bates Ford and the low price tire guarantee on all tires every day up to 30 days after the sale. There'll be any competitor's pricing on the tires they sell. 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Morning, quite busy actually out here. Give yourself plenty of extra travel time. Just 24 starts to increase even more through the Hickory Hollow area on 24 West coming out of Rutherford County. It's still busy over here as you get off I-40 East onto Donaldson Pike. Pretty heavy also as expected coming through Hermitage, Donaldson, and I-40 westbound. Hey, Ripley's is hiring for all 10 attractions in the Smoky Mountains. Check them out today. You can even apply online at ripleys.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Fall is here. Shop Springs Creamery invites you to their fall festivities on the farm. Grab some fresh ice cream and enjoy the corn maze, shell corn pit, dummy roping, and the corn cannon happening September 16th through October 30th. For more info, visit shopspringscreamery.com. For fresh ice cream, fall festivities, and fun for the whole family, make plans to visit Shop Springs Creamery 4 miles off I-40 towards Watertown, September 16th through October 30th. Happy fall, y'all!
Contact Stephen Lowry Land Clearing for all your land clearing needs. Whether it's clearing trails for ATVs, reclaiming pasture, or clearing your land of brush and trees, Stephen Lowry can get the job done. He works closely with customers, adjusting to make changes as you want. Steve Lowry will give you quality work at a price that you can afford. He will also beat any written estimate. Call Stephen Lowry at 615-970-8154 for all your land clearing needs. That's Stephen Lowry Land Clearing, 615-970-8154.
A warming trend is heading our way this week, and today should be the more mild of the bunch. High of just 76 degrees thanks to partly cloudy skies. We will dip to 54 overnight, then things crank up to 81 for your Tuesday and get even hotter later in the week.
This weather forecast is brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. That's a look at your forecast. I'm number one Ned.
Welcome to part two of Coleman and Company here on a Monday morning. Billy Mullinax joins us to talk about Rocky Williams' Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram up Mount Juliet. Good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
Nice to see you as always, and I'll again say thanks for my second cup of coffee.
You are very welcome. It's always good to be here. I missed you last Monday.
Well, I did. It's been 2 weeks since we talked to you.
That's exactly right.
Doesn't it look like old times with that on-the-air light
with the
up there?
on-air light, yeah.
And I didn't know it had been repaired. Gary had a hard time making it work for whatever reason. And we had the little lamp sitting over there to my left and over there by the wall. And I looked and it wasn't there at 7:04.
Yeah.
And then I look up there and we are on the air. So that's great.
We're back to normal, Coleman.
Well, Labor Day is come and gone, and you were open, of course, to sell cars on Labor Day, not your service department, but we after Labor Day, I don't know what changes necessarily in the auto business, but it's a time of the year when you pass that, you're looking towards the end of the year, and here we are. What's today? September the 12th, I believe. Yeah,
September the 12th. Like you were telling your guest the first half, this year is getting almost gone.
Yeah, and I know you've had a reasonably good year. You may have had a great year. I hope you have at 600 Pleasant Grove Road in Mount Juliet. But we kind of got started different this morning. But I always have to mention the no haggle pricing, where everybody pays the same great low price, because that's really what you're all about.
It is, Coleman. We don't have an agenda when I'm here, so it don't matter. We can't get off course when you don't have an agenda. But we are about no haggle pricing, where everybody pays the same great low price, and we price our cars and not our customers.
And that's the way it's been. You and Rocky Williams have made a great team and worked together really well, and you have not deviated from this. I think that's what the great thing is. No matter who it is, that's the price of the car.
That's right.
The no haggle price, and it is a great price. It's as low as you can go right on the start.
Well, that's exactly right, Coleman. And it's just a fair, honest way both to sell a car and to buy a car, and it takes a lot of the stress out. We have customers that come back again and again and again because they like that way of doing business, where they don't have to wonder if they could have got a better price, if they'd have held out a little longer, or if they'd, that's a stressful way to buy things.
Well, you've taken that out, and you save a lot of time too.
That's true,
because if you go to the internet and see the entire inventory of new and pre-owned cars at RockyWilliams.com.
Might even see your neighbor there, Coleman.
Then you can find one that is you pretty much got an idea of what you can afford, and if you see one there that you like and would meet your needs, then you already know there's no haggling. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get it down. That's the price. Can you afford it? Is it what you want? And the battle's about 75% done right then, maybe more.
Well, that's exactly right, Coleman. You don't have to look at the price, and we do clearly post our no haggle price on the internet. You don't have to wonder if that's the real price, or if there's going to be addendums added after you get there. Where we clearly post that price. You don't have to do anything to get that price. We talk about that pretty regular, like you do on so many sites where they don't even give you a price, or it says click for today's price, or click for your e-price, or we just try to be very transparent and upfront with people, and then let them determine whether or not that price fits in their budget.
All right, a reminder, too, you're open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can buy a car anytime during those hours, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Saturday.
Monday through Saturday, that's right.
Well, any particular ones you want to talk about this morning? I guess you're getting a few new ones in, but it's been a little more difficult for, up to a couple of years maybe.
Well, really, yeah, a good year and a half at least, Coleman. And we do have, just a few more right now than we have had in the past, but I think it's going to stick around kind of that way for a little while. But we do have a great selection of pre-owned. We've got about 210 actually pre-owned vehicles right now, and a lot of them are or quite a few of them, I shouldn't say a lot, quite a few are a year old, less than 10,000 miles. And so we've tried to supplement the new inventory with pre-owned that we're not able to get in the new.
Well, what people have been doing since so many, not very many of the new ones have been available, but they have need to make a trade, need something different. Maybe what they have is getting old, or it's just time for another one, and they're getting one maybe that's a year old, and there's still a lot of value there, not paying hardly as much for that. So it's still not a bad thing.
That's exactly right, Coleman. And if you get a vehicle less than 10,000 miles, to me that's new.
It just broke in good.
That's exactly right.
Well, I hope that you have a great week here, and the month of September is good for you. September is kind of a transition.
It is a
month,
transition
especially
month.
weather-wise.
Yes. Well, to go outside this morning, you almost need a jacket on, but it is a transition month. But, it's starting off really to be a good month for us, Coleman.
Good. Glad to hear that.
September is one of those months you never know about.
Well, one more thing. We do like to laugh a little bit about this. There's a lot of people in Mount Juliet, and the roads, traffic can get. You're on the easy side of the interstate, 600 Pleasant Grove Road, right over there, close to Walmart and Academy Sports.
That's exactly right, Coleman.
Got that wonderful aquarium that you love and take care of.
We take good care of it. People come by to see it. Just it by itself a lot of times.
Well, if you don't need a car today, but you want, it'd be a nice if you do such a thing as have a field trip for your children, you could call it that, a trip to Rocky Williams and see the aquarium, the saltwater aquarium with all the different fish that you have, and it's free. You don't have to buy a car to come and see it.
That's exactly right, and it is. People do come by sometimes, Coleman, really just to see that. They've either heard about it here or from a friend. Or family member, and so they do come stop by, because you don't see a 3,000-gallon aquarium in this area very often.
Well, that's just another little perk, and you can come and get acquainted, no obligation. But if you become friends with Billy Mullinax or some of the people there, who knows? Maybe your next car will come from there.
That's exactly right.
Have a good one. We'll see you next Monday.
Thank you, Coleman.
All right. That's Billy Mullinax. He's General Manager for Rocky Williams Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram of Mount Juliet, 600 Pleasant Grove Road. We're about 19 before the hour, and I want to welcome Ed Kelly this morning, the singing plumber, who is here to be my guest and to talk about what's going on. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
It is nice to see you.
It's good to see you, too. It's been about a month, and a lot has happened since then.
Yeah, you were at the fair, weren't you?
I did go to the fair. I actually got the opportunity this time to sing a little bit there, and that went really well. And
you performed on one of the stages at the fair.
Did, yes, sir. And
well, how's plumbing been going?
It's as busy as ever, Coleman.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, we're still looking to hire some good plumbers. We just got a new truck. We're in the process of getting another one. It's hard to get them right now. I tell you what, it's the inventory's real low. But we're in the process of getting that truck set up. It's a process, We're getting the shelving in it and got the signage, and it's actually out there in the parking lot right now. But I just got a trailer hitch installed on it so that we can pull equipment if we need to. Still got to get the wiring installed, because the company that did the hitch didn't do the wiring for the trailer lights.
But all in a day's work, I guess. But Mount Juliet Plumbing and Leak Detection, Ed Kelly. We might give you his phone number. We do that quite often here, 615-733-5665. And I guess that's the way most people contact you if they have a plumbing or leak problem.
Yeah, and if you want to learn more about us, you can go to our website at www.mtjulietplumber.com. We don't emphasize that much on our website because we're looking for people that need a service to call us, and usually that's the case. You know, we're in the business to take care of your plumbing problem, and so but we do have the website if you're interested in checking that out and learning a little bit more about us and what we do. And there's some details about some services that we provide that might help you make a decision on whether you want to go with us or someone else.
Well, leak detection is one of the things that I guess you kind of hang your hat on, because that's in the title of your business, Mount Juliet Plumbing and Leak Detection. And of course, you were in Texas before you came here, and I forget, but how long have you been actually doing business here in Mount Juliet?
Full time since January of 2021. We were kind of transitioning in 2020, so that was kind of like I was still there, coming back and forth type of thing.
Yeah.
And
so a little over a year and a half, actually.
Right.
Yeah, but you've made a number of friends during that time. You've solved a number of plumbing and leak problems.
We've done a ton of jobs around the area, and ran into some pretty interesting things. You know, everything is different. Plumbing is different. Things aren't done exactly the same here as they are in Texas. But you know, what we bring from Texas is our slab leak experience. There's a lot of concrete foundation slabs there, and so we have the ability to find those leaks quickly, efficiently, and repair them. What we typically do is we will offer a reroute over a jackhammer, but that usually eliminates the initial problem and puts a new line in for that particular pipe.
Well, the thing about it, you have a lot of experience with a concrete foundation where the plumbing is in there, and of course, I guess that's great as long as it's working right. But you have a problem there. It can be maybe more serious, or everybody's not adept at solving that if they don't have the experience.
And the equipment is important too. You got to have the right equipment. You got to know what you're doing, or you know, you're just working in the dark. You know, you're just guessing. You know, it's we found a leak in a yard about a week or two ago, and with the equipment, and it didn't really. We could hear noise from the pipes inside, but it just seemed like it was going to be in the yard, and there was no water coming up or anything. And once we got it dug up, it was probably about 18 to 24 inches deep, and it was leaking about 12,000 gallons a month extra, but no water was coming up through the ground or showing any signs of it. And as soon as we started digging it up, we found the leak. Got that one fixed. The guy ended up having another leak about 3 to 5 feet in, and we fixed that one. And then after that, he was leak free, thankfully. Well, or he was going to end up having to get a new line.
What was the indication? I guess the indication was the extra water that it was being charged. Was that how he knew he had a leak?
Yeah, he knew he had a leak because of the higher water bill and the more usage.
Right.
He didn't know where the leak was, and because of the leak detection, we were able to because of the leak detection equipment, we were able to determine that the leak was outside.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, Ed Kelly is with us, Mount Juliet Plumbing and Leak Detection. We're going to take a break right here. This is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And it's 7:48. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Absolute Kubota Fully Staffed Service Center and Parts Department. Most of their minor services can be done the same day. Servicing Exmark, Kubota, Land Pride, Red Max, and Billy Goat, 1506 West Main. Now with traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Still heavy, but it's moving here on 24 coming out of Rutherford County, headed towards Nashville. Lots of radar out here this morning, down 840 got a little bit slow just before you get on to 65 over in Williamson County. Again, it's heavy 24 through the Hickory Hollow area. Just give yourself extra travel time. Hey, with a huge demand for dental assistants, Dental Staff School says they'll train you, help you get a job as a dental assistant. Google Dental Staff School. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Do you know why Rocky Williams Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Mount Juliet sells so many cars, trucks, SUVs, and muscle cars? Well, it all starts with a simple idea. Why not give everyone a hassle-free shopping experience for their new or used vehicle with no haggling, no negotiating, and no runaround? Every vehicle on the Rocky Williams lot is marked down incredibly low with the price posted on the window. You're treated with fairness and respect every time. No pressure, just a friendly, warm, inviting staff dedicated to finding the exact vehicle you need. So Rocky Williams Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram has become the original no-haggle, one-price dealer. Go online to rockywilliams.com to see the incredible deals yourself. Every car and truck is listed with a no-haggle low price. This is for real, and you're gonna love it. People drive for miles to get some of the lowest prices in America on their new or used cars or trucks. Go to rockywilliams.com or come on over to our brand new spacious dealership next to Walmart in Mount Juliet.
It's week 2 for your Titans on the road at Highmark Stadium, Orchard Park, New York, to take on the Buffalo Bills on Monday Night Football. Titans countdown begins at 5. Then Mike Keith and Dave McGinnis call every bit of the action with a 6:15 kickoff.
Brought to you by Fakes & Hooker, Bates Ford, Steve Mall Plumbing, The Jewelers, and the City of Lebanon Gas and Tennessee 811. Call before you dig.
This is Wilson County's home for real country music and the Tennessee Titans. Real Country 98.9.
Exmark builds mowers that deliver a perfect cut in less time. Because we believe what you get out of your lawn, not your mower, is what matters most.
Find signature cut quality, comfort, and reliability. Exmark's Laser Z is the zero-turn more landscape pros trust. Find attractive financing and the Exmark that's right for you at Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main in Lebanon.
Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Monday morning, and thanks to Ed Kelly, Mount Juliet Plumbing and Leak Detection. He's here telling us about his business, and we're going till 8 o'clock here. 615, his phone number, 615-733-5665. All right, Ed, what else you got this morning?
I just wanted to read a little bit of about on our website. It says, from plumbing to leak detection services, we've got you covered. Our mission at Mount Juliet Plumbing and Leak Detection is to provide the best professional plumbing service in the industry while developing long-lasting professional and personal relationships with our customers. We are a trusted local plumbing company. Our plumbers offer emergency plumbing repair services to Mount Juliet, Tennessee, Hermitage, Lebanon, and the surrounding areas. From residential services to commercial, no job is too big or small for us. Whether you need water leak detection, plumbing services, or water heater installations, we can help.
All right, and you are looking for some people who'd like to be plumbers, who'd like to, maybe they're already plumbers, but like come to work for you. I'm sure the more experience they have, the better you would like it, although you do have a certain way of doing things, I think.
Absolutely. Right now, I'm looking to hire a experienced plumber, paying $30 to $35 an hour for that position. You got to be experienced and know what you're doing, show up to work on time, actually want to work, you know. So yeah, I mean, if you have a desire to actually work and do a good job for the customers, then we want to hear from you.
This mainly a Monday through Friday, a 5-day a week, 40-hour week job. But I know there are times when you have emergency situations. But expound on that a little bit.
Well, plumbing isn't like a 9 to 5. It's if you're in the middle of fixing someone's water and it's 5 p.m., you can't just take off.
Right.
You know. Yeah, we get guys, they want to work and they want to get off at 3 o'clock. It's like we're probably not the place you want to come to work if you just want to if you want to get off at 3 o'clock in the afternoon or something, because our customers, they come first.
Yeah.
And we don't get off until their problem is fixed. And that might be 5 or 6 o'clock. That might even be 7 or 8 o'clock. Just depends on the job.
The nature of the job, the nature of the work requires a little bit more than an office position where you can come and go sort of as you want. Work till closing time, leave you. Because, like you said, you may be in the middle of something and you can't just you can't leave the water running.
If you start a job at 2 in the afternoon and it takes you 4 hours to finish, I mean, you can't just. And they need their water,
Right. Yeah.
Or they, it's just the nature of what we do.
But you are looking for some people who would like to come. And that's you said $30 to $35 an hour
for an experienced licensed plumber.
Yeah.
If you have some experience in the industry, you're good at what you do. We're starting at about $18 an hour and go up from there. It's all about what you can do. If you have no experience, but you're a hard worker, you could look to make probably $13 to $15 an hour to get started. But you have to be, show up to work. I mean, this is a job. It's not always hard, but there are situations where it is hard.
Yeah.
And there are times where we drive around for 45 minutes to an hour at a time, when you're going from job to job. But then once you get to the job, you got to get it in gear, And,
you're looking for somebody that wants to do that. Yep. Okay. If they wanted to apply, 615-733-5665.
Yeah, just call the main office, and lady that answers the phone will direct them to the right path.
Okay. All right. What else you got this morning?
I'd like to share a couple of reviews, Coleman, that we've had over the last month, and one of them was this Saturday from a fellow named Raymond. He just says, called on Saturday with a leaking water heater, and they were here within 2 hours and installed a new water heater. Great service! Exclamation point. And there's another fella that reviewed us. He said, excellent job by team in replacing my water heater. Ed and Bart did their job fast and in most professional way with very reasonable pricing. Highly recommend.
Well, you love those.
And then there's another one, and they said, came out the same day. I called them, got my problem fixed. Highly recommend them. My new plumbing company for sure. Thanks.
Oh, it gets better as you went along.
So, yeah, that's always a plus when people get on there and give us a good review when we do a good job. There's plenty of people out there that don't give reviews, and plenty of people that just use the reviewing service to complain if they don't like the price, or there are habitual complainers out there, but most people are genuinely good people, and they want to get the problem fixed, and they're not just looking to complain so that they can.
Ed, we got 3 minutes. If you're going to sing us a song, you better grab
get their
your
price
guitar.
reduced. Oh yeah, I do want to sing.
Ed Kelly is with Mount Juliet Plumbing and Leak Detection, but we call him the Singing Plumber. And we already mentioned he was on one of the stages at the fair, but he's going to grab his guitar here and do something here that is not going to be too long because we end about 8 o'clock. But Ed Kelly, the Singing Plumber.
When I got home from work today, I was planning on having me a real good time with my children and my wife in our swimming pool. But when I walked through my front door, there was water all over my hardwood floors, my water heater blew. And I didn't know what to do. So I called Mount Juliet Plumbing and they came right out. It was the best decision without a shadow of doubt. Mount Juliet Plumbing installed me a new water heater. If you need a water heater or any other thing, just give us a call at 615-733-5665.
All right. Well, we got the singing in today, and that was fairly short and sweet, and makes the point right well. But the water heater blew, and you had water all over the hardwood floor. Now that is a bad situation. The hardwood. I don't want water on a hardwood floor.
Well, it happens every day, believe it or not. It may not be a hardwood floor, but people go on vacation, come back, and their water heater's blown, and you know, they are having to make a quick decision on what to do. You know.
Well, again, you include leak detection in the name of your business here, and that's one of the things I think we can say you kind of specialize in leak detection and have the equipment to as you talked about
and slab
earlier.
leak repairs.
Yeah,
if you got a slab and you got a leak, then there's a good chance it's leaking in the concrete and could cause major foundation issues. And we're the company you want to call to take care of that because we've got all that experience and expertise.
All right, and again, you're looking for some people who want to work, can make good money. If they are interested in being a plumber, they can come and learn. If they're already experienced, they can start out at a higher rate and help you take care of the problems in this area. You serve, I guess, Wilson and surrounding counties, but primarily here in Wilson County, isn't it?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Mount Juliet Plumbing and Leak Detection, Ed Kelly. And again, his phone number 615-733-5665. 733-5665. Ed, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me, Coleman. I really appreciate it.
That is it for a Monday. I hope you'll join us tomorrow for Coleman and Company. And until then, I wish you a magnificent day.